Yeah.
So I've already checked out Beavis and Butthead on the Sega Mega Drive, a particularly awesome game that totally captures the spirit of the cartoons, which means the oldies are going to hate it. But the one thing that really sucked about the game is that if you don't know how to get some better weapons really fast, you're going to get trampled really early on with a constant onslaught of enemies. So the Mega Drive version really combined some awesome platforming and action elements, but lying underneath it all was an adventure type game, full of item management and exploring the virtual world where they lived. Beavis and Butthead on the PC, however, ditched the action and platforming elements, and we got two adventure games, Virtual Stupidity and my favourite, Beavis and Butthead Do You. Do You is actually one of the most recent Beavis and Butthead games out there. And even though I'm not allowed to watch the Beavis and Butthead cartoons, my mum doesn't know what I get up to on my PC at night.
I'm jerking my chain.
If any of you do want to try out Do You at home, you're going to need Windows XP or earlier. It's a 16-bit PC game, so sorry Macintosh users. Beavis and Butthead is a terrible game about terrible people, telling terrible jokes, and just doing terrible things. That's a direct quote from my mum, but she's got a point. See, the cartoons, they were what, 10 minutes each? And the movie was 80 minutes. The game could take you much longer. How much longer? That's going to be up to you. If you're really thick, you could be spending a while working out all the puzzles here. But like any adventure game, once you know the ropes, you can work pretty quickly through it. Beavis and Butthead Do You pulls you out of the usual squalor of their regular haunts and has you stomping around a university, or a college, I guess, if you speak American. You need to complete a task for each location. I'd love to say there's a million ways to fail.
That's the garbage truck. I think the skirt has to be in there.
But that's the biggest problem with this game. It's a very straightforward point and click adventure. There's no alternative endings, and there's no way that you can fail. I guess when you're playing a game as Beavis and Butthead, you feel like you're constantly failing.
There's one rule only, but it's a big one. Break it, and your asses are mine. No dead air. You got it? I'll say it again. No dead air.
Damn it, Beavis, you broke the microphone.
I guess one of my biggest complaints is the lack of a supporting cast. There's no rousings from Principal McVicker, no run-ins with Todd's gang, and not even a mention of Daria. Van Driesen and Stewart make some short appearances, but the people you'll be annoying are mostly going to be students and teachers from the campus.
I'm gonna squirt water on you.
Yeah, cool.
You don't want to do that.
Really?
Yeah, I thought we did want to do it.
You're really supposed to explore the campus and solve the puzzles.
Check this out.
In some ways, though, I can understand why they'd want to move the boys away from Highland High and the other familiar locations. That ground has already been covered in both Virtual Stupidity and the Beavis and Butthead games on both the Mega Drive and the Super Nintendo. The campus is big, with plenty of locations, and it gives the game a bit of freedom outside what's been established in the previous games, and also the TV show. Beavis and Butthead had a really good run on TV. 7 seasons, over 4 years. The strange thing is, this game, as well as Bunghole 1, their golfing game, actually came out years after the 7th season had aired, and we'll be waiting until 2011 until we saw Beavis and Butthead again on the TV. This feels like a game for the fans, released when we needed a Beavis and Butthead game the most. So big question, did this game live up to the hype? I can confidently say that after years of no new shows being released, and the movie having finished up, people probably just moved on and forgot about it. So, yeah, it probably did live up to the zero hype it had.
All yours, Beavis. Take it away.
Ladies can't resist.
I can't comment if it was on repeat on what channels and what countries. What I can say is that with my folks restricting access to the TV, especially the Beavis and Butthead shows, this game is how I got introduced to the duo. Since then, I've watched nearly every Beavis and Butthead episode. Even though the game doesn't have all the characters, it has a lot of the personality.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here to party and score with college fluff and drink beer too. That's rules.
If you like Beavis and Butthead, there's a pretty good chance you're going to like this game. And if you don't, then that means I'm wrong.
Ah, dear God.
What?
Yeah, Butthead. Quit touching his schlong.
What? What kind of show is this? You guys are lame.